Ah, boy, another week, another quarantine.
You got that right.
Thank God I love anime. Did I tell you my love for anime is strong?
I think you've mentioned it once or twice.
I mean, fucking, I love anime. When I mean I love anime, I watch zero of it.
It doesn't sound like you love it that much then.
Oh, I mean, I love anime. I mean, in this quarantine, you get to spend some time with your not waifus and your waifus and your waifus.
What's the hot joint anime right now?
Some academia, which academia? I have no idea.
Little
My
Witch?
Little Witch Academia.
Yeah, My Little
Little
Witch
Witch
Academia.
Oh, Little Witch Academia is what it's called.
Yeah. That's
See, I know.
You're watching that?
No!
Oh, okay.
I said I'm watching absolutely zero anime. I've been playing video games, of course.
Okay.
I
I was gonna say that does not seem like your type of anime, but okay.
You said, what's the hot one? I'm like, Little Witch Academia sounds right.
Is that
My
really?
Hero Academia is a pretty big deal right now too.
Yeah. You talking about My Hero Academia? That's
No. That's the old. That was the other hotness that people like. No, they moved on to Little Witch.
I didn't think Little Witch was that hot, but okay.
It's hot enough that enough people are talking about it. I think you gotta like a beat 'em up last year too.
Yeah, I got that game. It's not great.
You got it?
No, I have it. Yeah.
Great.
It's not great.
It's not what I like, but it's a lot of this visual novel shit. It's like 3 hours of dialogue before the game actually starts. But
3 hours of actual dialogue and bullshit. Oh boy, you hit the jackpot there.
Yeah.
You hit the absolute jackpot. So that Rick's here. Yay! How are you? How are you?
Me, I'm good.
Yay. You're not Rick though. That's Wasabi.
I thought you said Sabi. Yeah, I'm doing good, man. Just hanging out, playing games. I'm playing a lot of. I've been jumping back and forth between Doom and Persona 5 Royal.
Ah, what? How did you get the new person yet with the leotard?
Kasumi, yeah, I'm almost there. I awakened her persona, but she's like, "Yo, I gotta focus on gymnastics, so I can't join your team," which caught me off guard. So spoilers for people who are playing them.
Yo, I gotta do gymnastics.
Basically, she's like, "I gotta worry about my gymnastics first. Hit me up later."
I gotta do some. And then later she'll come around and like
Yeah,
a
but
Makoto. She's
real
a bitch
talk
at
though,
first,
she's
and-
fucking adorable. Like I love Kasumi.
Oh yeah.
She's an adorable character. I love her so much.
I mean, hey, nothing wrong with a girl who keeps in shape and doesn't want to eat donuts all day. We know
That's
who
like a character trait of hers that she like eats a lot because she's like she's an athlete. So it's like a recurring joke whenever you eat lunch with her, like she brings like a fucking crate to like lunch, and she's like, "Oh, I got to keep my carbs up. I got to."
Weird.
It's a character trait that she just eats a shit ton.
Weird. I thought they were going the other way with that.
No, she eats a shit ton. She eats a lot.
I thought it would be the other way around.
Appetite.
Yeah, I thought it was anorexic bitch that don't want to eat.
No, she's got a very healthy appetite.
All right, my kind of girl. Like, so tell me, do you need another hamburger? No, I just want more salads. Done.
Like it's really funny. Like there's some scenes where like she makes you like a box lunch, and it's like a little box, and then she pulls like a fucking crate. She's like, "Oh, this is for me." It's really funny. No, but Persona 5 Royal is good. Like
wait. She brings you a box lunch?
Yeah, it's pretty funny. She brings you a box lunch.
Is it in like the actual Japanese box lunch style?
Yeah. Like brings you a little box lunch. She's like, "This is for you," and she brings like a crate. She's like, "This is for me."
Like when I think box lunch, you think of the tin in the lunch, the actual box itself, and I forget that they do it differently. They have to like wrap it in this whatever. Like they wrap this thing in like
it's like that Japanese like bento box like lunch thing. Like
Okay.
it's exactly like what you're describing. It's pretty funny. It's cute. I love that game.
I mean, they might have wanted to Americanize it and go like, "Here's a lunchbox, stupid."
Didn't they do Chie the same way in Persona 4? Like, wasn't she
Chie
like?
is similar, but like Kasumi's more like feminine than Chie is.
Oh,
Which like I don't know. I always like characters that are like have this like funny character trait. Like Chie's like really energetic and she like loves meat, so she's like my favorite character in Persona 4. Kasumi's like reserved, but it's really funny because you get to know her. She's a little bit more erratic and kind of silly. It's really fun. Like that's why I like Persona. Like they create these characters that are like obvious tropes, but as you start to play the game, you develop their social links. They kind of evolve past those tropes and they become like real characters, and I love it for that.
That's good.
Yeah,
I'm
like
glad that they.
yeah. If you can't tell, like I love Persona. Like Persona is one of my favorite game franchises, and Persona
No,
5
no, no.
Royal
I,
absolutely
I,
worth the money.
I love Persona. A lot of people jumped on Persona at 5. A lot
Yeah.
of people. I mean,
Which is fine. Don't get me wrong, it's fine. I like that more people are into it, but I really
like,
wish Atlas would like make 3 and 4 like more easily accessible.
yeah, those are on PS2.
Not
you can
just
get
that, but like the
the.
best version of 4 that I played is on Vita, and there's no way to play that on a console.
Yeah,
and it pisses me off.
I bought Persona 4 Golden. I could have played it on the Vita TV and didn't.
Yeah, same.
And didn't.
Same. I
That
wanted
they
to
should
so bad.
they should let PS5 do Vita TV shit.
They should. I don't know why
Is-
they don't. Like it'd be super easy.
Yeah, like
Well,
that
the work
and
is
PSP.
kinda-
Like, remember when PS3 could do the PS like minis shit?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was crazy.
And now it pisses me off that it can't. And like I want to buy like a Vita TV or like a PlayStation TV, but I can't fucking find them anywhere. Like they're completely sold out, and the ones that are still available are just upmarked like crazy.
It's really not worth it.
Yeah,
I just want it so I can play Persona on my TV. That's why like
Yeah,
I want to
yeah,
pay more than like $50
I
for
get
one.
it. I get it. You're that kind of person, but I'm telling you, man, like that I had one. I was the dum dum that bought the $100 version, and I hooked it up and played around for a little bit, and it's like it lacks so much. It is a product that it's like, oh, you can't even play the good games on this. You can't even play the bad games on this.
Yeah, that's one thing that pissed me off about the PlayStation TV, and that's why I didn't jump into it sooner when it was $100 because it didn't have access to the entire PSP library. So like
Right.
some of the good games, like I was super into the Dracula X Chronicles at the time when that came out, and I think Fight Me. It has the best version of Symphony of the Night. Is unlockable in that game. And I was trying to play that, but when I found out it wasn't on the list of like PSTV compatible games, I was pissed. I was like, why the fuck not? There's no reason this shouldn't be compatible on the PlayStation TV. It's
You're
the same
right.
hardware as the PSP. Like, why, or the PS Vita, why wouldn't it work?
Yeah, that thing half baked would be not a thing. I mean, that's why people are like, "Oh, the Switch is a better PlayStation Vita," and it's like, yeah, but the Vita still had better multimedia support.
Yeah,
Which had
that's the
not.
thing. Like, that's why the Switch isn't like a perfect system. And I don't know. It just kind of upsets me because I think the Vita definitely. The Vita definitely needed more time. Like
it's
it was a
crazy
great
because
system.
in my opinion, the Vita is like one of the greatest handhelds of all time. In my opinion,
I agree. I
Mm.
They
agree.
just didn't. They just did not give it the love it deserved, though.
Dude, they did it dirty. Like that's the worst part. Like Sony like stopped giving a shit about it, and when they stopped giving a shit about it, third-party developers stopped giving a shit about it.
Yeah, that they did that console horrible.
They did, and it fucking sucks. I hate it. I still boot up my Vita every once in a while, and I can play classic PS1 games on my Vita. That's fucking awesome.
PS1 games, PSP games, you could, that thing had games on there if you wanted to go look.
Exactly, and that's what sucks about it. Like I can play the entire Parasite Eve series on my PS Vita. I can play 1 and 2 as a PS1 classic, and I can play Third Birthday as a PSP game.
And that
All
and
on
that
my
un,
Vita.
and that Uncharted Golden Abyss game wasn't bad.
Yeah, it was solid.
Yeah.
That wasn't a
Like
bad game.
it's a huge bummer that like the game they did that system dirty, dude. Like it's frustrating as shit.
That Killzone game was bad.
The Killzone game was okay. I didn't think it was bad, but it was okay.
I expected a little bit more, but oh well.
I got it for free on PS Plus though. And it's cool because like when the Vita was like at its like end, they started releasing a bunch of like the Vita exclusive games on PlayStation Plus. So I have like Uncharted Golden Abyss, Killzone, Little Big Planet Vita,
Oh yeah, Little Big Planet Video was good.
what else? Mod Nation Racers, all of those like high end quote unquote Vita titles, basically for free. I didn't have to pay for. What was that other one? That Craft World one, the other one that they made.
Tearaway.
Oh,
Huh?
Tearaway.
Yeah.
Tearaway, yeah, I got that for free. So
Man,
like,
can we? I know we're talking about. Can we talk about the tragedy of Tearaway?
they did that game dirty too, man. Like it sucks. It was such a cute,
The
fun little
little
game.
You want to know the tragedy of that game is, and I'm talking absolute tragedy.
That it came
That
out
game
of the Vita.
That and also a few weeks at Christmas time, that game was $20.
Yes, I remember when it came out. I can't remember how much Vita games cost new because I never bought a Vita game new. I think they were like 40 when they came out.
I remember going to 3 GameStop saying, "Hey, do you have Tearaway?" And I knew it was $20, so like, "Hey, you have Tearaway?" And I finally found a copy for 20, and I was like, "This is sad."
It is sad. It's a fun game. Like, and it sucks that
It was the only game that showed off all its features. Like you could put your finger in back of that touchscreen and feel it around the world, and your face is there, and it's like, look at the face, that's you.
But I don't. The thing didn't need all those features though.
It didn't. It definitely
didn't need a back touch like that.
But I like
that
the
kind
idea
of shit is.
of it.
Sure, when like if you find like a cool use case for it, but outside of like a few games that really do it, you're not gonna.
It's really good for like PS1 games because the Vita only has 2 triggers, not 4. So the back works as like those extra bottom triggers. But I mean, not a lot of PS1 games use those triggers anyway, so it's not that big a deal. And because it had a touchscreen on the front of it, you can program those L2 and R2 to the front touchscreen, which is, in my opinion, like a little bit more. It's a lot simpler than trying to touch the back screen because you can.
It also didn't have R3 and L3. Like you couldn't click the sticks in.
Yeah, which pissed me off. So I had to assign that to the front screen, to the touchscreen too.
Also,
what do you call R3 and L3 on Xbox?
Left click, right click.
Yeah, that's what they call it. Left click, right click.
Really? Gross.
Yeah.
Left click, right click. I do believe that's the same thing on Nintendo as well.
I think the Switch calls it that too. Yeah.
Left click, right click. Actual click.
Yeah.
I remember with Wada when he said about the Wii, he was like, "You can click in the sticks."
Ooh.
It's like, is this a new revelation for you, Iwata?
God damn, I want to boot my Vita back up again. I'm so sad that it didn't do as well as it should have. It did not do as well as it should have. I'm pissed.
That's why I always thought that Sony, remember when they were like doing like Morpheus and Neo and shit? I thought there would be a Trinity in there and that would be their handheld. Because there were all these like Matrix references.
Yeah.
Man, that whole thing with the Vita, it just seemed like they just let it out there to die. I had you know what? I got it for cheap. Best Buy was blowing out the 3G versions and the Wi-Fi versions for like $170. I'm like, I'm gonna get me a 3G version. They're the same price. I'm just gonna get it.
I got my OG model Vita 4G with the OLED screen. The original model.
Yeah,
$100.
Jeez,
nice.
Mine was $170.
Only reason I was working at this like Mexican Best Buy is the best way I can describe it. It's called Curaçao,
Ooh.
And for some reason, I don't know why, but for some reason, this holiday season, the cost for the Vita was only like 90 something dollars. And Mike's employee discount was cost plus 10%. So it came out to like 100 something with tax.
Wow.
When we found out about that, me and all my coworkers went out and bought one. And my manager was pissed because now he couldn't sell them.
Oh.
Instead of making like, because I think the 4G Vita at the time was like what, like 250?
Yeah, it was 250, and I got mine for 170. Like they were bulling out the
Yeah.
Wi-Fi and the 3G
So he
together.
was
So
pissed because it's a good profit margin. You buy this thing for like 90 something dollars, you sell it for 250. That's a great profit margin. And he was pissed because we bought them all out. Now he couldn't sell them.
I think my problem with the 3G Virgin Vita was you couldn't do anything that great with it. You could watch Netflix on it, but that's about it.
It couldn't do anything your phone could do. And if you bought it, the 3G wasn't worth it if
It
you
really
just want to
wasn't.
play online. Like, that's the thing.
Yeah, like the whole point was if it was a good idea, but Sony fucked this up royally.
They fucked it up. They did. Absolutely. I agree 110%.
Like if they I get it, like 3G wasn't that fast back then. They could have figured something out. We played Quake on a 48 dim modem.
I'm opening up my Vita now. It's been a minute since I looked at it.
I just want to look at it one more time.
Dude, it's a beautiful little piece of hardware. Like, look at you can't see it, but this thing is fucking beautiful. It's a really comfortable design. It looks nice. It's nice and responsive. The buttons are really good.
Do you have like one of those giant ass fucking grips?
I do not.
No?
I do
like
not.
I've seen some people's Vitas and like they have these big ass fucking
because
Incredible Hulk grips.
Mine's like all scratched to shit though. Like I took it everywhere, so the back's all scratched up.
That's everyone's though. It's okay.
The fucking front of it has these weird scratches. I don't know where they came from. Like I've put this thing through shit, dude. I've played with this so much, but it's so good. I love the Vita.
You know what? Hamster put in chat that there's no reason why they couldn't do a new handheld. There's no reason why they couldn't make a new phone out of the Vita or whatever and just put that backlog on Android or whatever.
The big reason is like now they got to compete with the Switch. And I think that's why nobody wants to compete with the Switch.
No one wants to compete with the. Isn't that weird? Before people didn't want to compete with phones. Now people don't want to compete with the Switch.
Yeah, but you're just gonna leave Nintendo to just have the entire handheld market to themselves? Like someone has to.
Yeah, that's what they want.
I agree, man. Competition's great. Like I wish more people were competing for that mobile market share, but it's such a tough market to get into because now like we have to compete with phones and Nintendo.
Yes, I would buy, in my opinion, the Switch. Even the Switch Lite is still too. I want something I can throw in my pocket and just whip it out and just play some shit. Like it doesn't have to be the most powerful thing. Even these Chinese, I got a bunch of Chinese handhelds now. I keep buying these Chinese handhelds, man.
You were telling me about that. You went down that rabbit hole a while ago.
They're so cheap, but they're so like well built and versatile that like, and you can just toss them in your pocket and whip them out, and they're like fully featured. Like they don't have to be the most powerful thing, but as long as just play games on them, fucking it's good enough.
And also, if you have a current Android and a current iPhone, well, iOS, current iPhone, like iOS 12 or whatever, I think it's 13. Someone's like, it's 13. Who cares? You can hook up your Xbox controller and your PlayStation controller and play it that way. I'm sure that's going to be the same with the new Xbox controller and the PS5. We'll just go forward.
Yeah.
There's no point why. Make those controllers standard.
Yeah.
I mean, everyone has them. Even Apple's like, whatever. You want to play your iPad games, with a real controller? Here you go. But still, that's not enough. Like it should be, but it's not. It's not the. Remember when PC got its act together when the Xbox controller, like, this is the controller you're going to use for PC games now. Done.
Yeah, well, that was Microsoft's Microsoft made
Yeah,
the
but it
tools
took
for that
Yeah,
happen. So
Microsoft was like pushing really hard to make that happen.
Yeah, but it took so long. Like controller support should have been native across the board a long time ago. But hey, whatever.
I mean, there was never a standard control. Like even if like there wasn't even a standard for how games should control. Like remember first person shooters, it was always like, okay, what button's the grenade button, and like that stuff didn't get standardized till like Call of Duty 4.
That's
Like
true.
and then
Only
everyone just said, okay, this is how we should do it, and
yeah, the aim down sights and
And
before it
even
was
then, like it wasn't received too well. Like twin stick shooting was a thing with God, what was it? Got some alien game on the PS1, and that game got reviewed. The reviews were awful on it because people thought the
oh
twin
yeah,
controls were inaccurate and clunky,
yeah.
that
which is
guy probably feels
hilarious.
stupid in
Yeah, I bet he
hindsight.
feels
Going
like
like,
a fucking idiot right now. I think
I'm
you should
sure.
find the review on like IGN's website too.
Yeah, I'm like, do you feel stupid now? Because it's the standard. Congratulations, people were dumb then. They're dumber now. All right, that
All
was
right.
your Vita talk.
Yeah, that was our rant there. Point is, PlayStation, make another handheld. I know you can do it.
Yeah, well, IGN, who had
Or Microsoft. Like I would take one from anyone who's just willing to do something else.
my
Because
God,
I haven't touched my Switch in like months, dude.
is
Like, I don't
is
care
is
about it at all.
is Microsoft capable of making something small and portable
Sure,
I mean, they made
that
maybe.
that won't that won't get in the way of things? Are they capable?
Learned a lot since in their time of doing gaming. So
Yeah,
I
they made
remember.
phones for a while too. I see no reason why they couldn't make a handheld system.
Does anyone remember the origami? Like people were like, they're gonna make a portable Xbox. They're gonna announce
I
it.
remember
And,
that. Yeah,
okay,
that never
good.
happened.
Like people were literally losing their minds. Like they're gonna make a portable Xbox, guys. It's gonna happen. And then it was the origami. I don't think that thing ever came out, but it was cool looking. I guess.
portable Windows systems are super hot right now.
Oh
Like,
yeah,
but they're only being made. I think like Dell's got one. Alienware's working on one that's like
Oh, like
it's like a
gaming.
Switch. Yeah, it's like a Switch, but it's Windows. So like
didn't Nvidia make one a while too? Like the Nvidia Shield.
yeah,
Was that
Nvidia had
Yeah.
one, but like they were super big and bulky and not
Yeah,
like the CPUs, like the AMD like Ryzen chips are like they're better tailored for it to do that kind of stuff now. So
yeah.
there's a lot more coming out that can.
But here's the thing about that. It's not that I don't want one of those. Is if they had like a mini HDMI that you can hook up to a TV, then that'll be fine. And like these don't scream your typical computers. Like if it runs like Windows 10X, which is the next version, like slim down, Windows, then I can go like, okay, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think those things are cool. Is like the Alienware thing. I'm sure someone's out there. It's like, yeah, I can play Street Fighter on the whatever and this thing, and I'm sure it'll have like a 5-hour battery to play Street Fighter. I'm sure it'll be fine. 5 hours for playing Street Fighter 4 is a long. Like Street Fighter 5 is a long time.
I hear you.
But it's a far cry from these mini computers that we had back then. That were
Yeah.
complete crap.
You guys play any video games?
Yes.
Yeah, I told you I've been playing Doom and Persona. Been fucking
Dun,
balls
dun,
deep
dun, dun.
in both of those.
Me and Wasabi played a game.
Ah, God damn it. Doom's just so good. Everyone
Yes.
should go out and buy Doom. I think everyone needs to buy Doom right now.
Yes,
Did
go
you see
buy
they
Doom.
put out like a couple screenshots of the planned DLC they have.
Is it
I didn't hear
free
about that. What?
or is it cost?
They didn't say shit, but there was a guy. They announced it on Twitter, and there was one guy that was like, "Oh my god, I'm so fucking sick of this, man! You put a game out unfinished, and then you sell us the DLC that should have been in the game to begin with." And I'm like, dude, they haven't even said anything. All they put is a screenshot.
if you're going to have that attitude, then no game's finished.
Yeah, they haven't said anything about if it be what price it would be or if it would be free or anything. They haven't said anything. Just a fucking screenshot. So chill out, dude.
It's damn if you do and damn if you don't. It's like, oh, you couldn't ship a finished product. What is a finished product?
I mean, I don't mind it, dude. Like, I love Doom. Like, I'll gladly pay more to get more content in Doom Eternal. It's so much fun.
Yeah.
It's god damn it. I want to play it now. Like, I'm thinking about it now. That's how much I like it.
Your Windows computer evolves. Your games evolve. It's connected to the internet. There's nothing that doesn't get patches or security patches. We don't live in 1997 anymore when things just release or get an expansion pack.
Even then, like, my argument against that, people talk about like all the good old days of gaming before like you can just patch a game up. There's a ton of like classic games that have notoriously just awful glitches. Fucking case in point, the original Ocarina of Time had this awful glitch where if you went to the water temple and you did something in the wrong order, you were fucking locked out of the game forever.
Well, I mean, Ocarina of Time, is a perfect example because that game's still fucking. People are still fucking that game up, like today.
Exactly.
So
and there's a ton of like glitches that even if you look past the cool speedrunning glitches, there's a lot of annoying gameplay quirks and glitches in that game that just make it harder to play. And you're really gonna tell me that we're not better off being able to patch that shit out?
yeah,
Better off, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, they did patch. So back in the days, a patch was like, "Hey, we're just gonna press a new version of this game and not tell people that."
Exactly.
So Ocarina has like 4 different versions, but you can't. You really don't know that until you start playing it.
Donkey Kong has 5.
Yeah.
And
or
look at
something crazy.
And look at like nowadays, you can buy a game. Perfect example is Star Wars Fallen Order. I think that game, first off, I do agree that it's awful. The game had the glitches it did when it came out, but they were able to patch that shit out of it. Plus, because of May 4th this year, they released a ton of extra add-on content, cosmetic content, story elements, new gameplay of it, options, and it's all free to download. Like, we live in a great time. Like, it sucks that some companies take advantage of it, but we live in a great time right now to be able to patch a game and make it better after release. You don't have to pay the extra for it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Shovel Knight's a great example. Anyone who bought that game day one got all that extra Shovel Knight content, those extra characters and campaigns for free.
Yeah,
that's an anomaly, I think. Like, motherfuckers ain't doing that shit. Like,
that's fair, but I mean, you can, and that's what's awesome.
Yeah.
Some of these companies.
Witcher 3 is another great example. When that game came out, like CD Projekt Red was on that shit, dude. On top of like making some of the best expansions in the business, they were up there patching the game up, making quality of life changes, just making the game a better, and releasing free quest missions on top of it.
That expansion got Game RPG of the Year, and I go like, well, it's over. You guys are assholes.
How are they assholes? They made a great fucking game and they got recognized for it.
Great RPG of the Year. Why don't you just get on your hands and knees and blow it then?
Fuck, dude, if fucking Witcher 3 personalized as a person in front of me, I would gladly blow it. I love Witcher 3.
I'm just saying expansion is not. It's like saying like this expansion, and of course it probably was for that year, is the best thing that came out RPG wise. I'm like, okay.
I mean, when the expansion's like a 40-hour expansion,
yeah,
I don't mind it.
Also, the word expansion seems so lost these days.
That depends on who's using it. Like, I think Witcher 3 used it really well because these expansions added like a shit ton of content. Oh my god!
Back in the day, PC releases would be, here's this expansion, here's this other expansion. We created new levels. And now they just drip feed it through instead of just big pack.
I played Streets of Rage 4.
How is that? I want to pick it up.
Yeah. You know what? Me and you, we got to head to the streets right now. We got to talk.
How is it?
I like it, but here's the thing.
Here we go.
It's fucking that game is fucked, dude. And I mean, like, okay, it's Streets of Rage, so like, there's a
maybe you're bad at it,
dude. I'm bad at it. Okay, well, I'll admit I'm not great at it, but like, fuck, dude. Like, okay, so there's only one character that can sprint.
What?
Yeah, that's Cherry.
So that was my first
Cherry.
like I was like,
okay, that's got me a little fucked up.
I tried her first, and I was like, oh yeah, sprint attacks. Like the attacks are really cool. There's a lot of combos you can chain together. Like the new characters, they have like you can chain together normal attacks, and then like you can like knock motherfuckers into the air, and then chain them to like a special attack. And then like they don't. You know how in like an old beat 'em ups, if you knock a guy off the screen, he'll just fly off the screen, and then you just stand at the edge and just punch at the edge until he walks into your fist.
Nope.
And that doesn't happen in this. They bounce off the wall. So they bounce off the edge of the screen, so you can air juggle them off the edge of the screen as well, which is really cool. So there's a lot of potential for combo. There's a lot of combo potential. And if you use your special moves, you lose a little bit of your health, but it does the Bloodborne thing of if you attack, if you're hitting stuff, you can get that health back. So there's a lot of risk reward, and okay, if I use my special here, I'll do a ton of damage and I can get it back real quick. But if you get hit at all, if you get hit even once, then you lose that health. So which is going to happen a lot because this game is fucked, dude.
Yeah.
It's fucked, man. Like it starts off like, oh yeah, this is pretty nice. I like this. But then, dude, like by the time you get to like the second level is like okay, it's a little twisted here. But then the third level, it's like fuck you, dude. It's fucking impossible, dude. It's impossible to play this game single player. I don't give a fuck what you say. Not impossible.
I've done it.
It's not impossible, but it's not impossible, but it's like fucked, dude.
Here's my problem with the game the game has no parry.
There's no parry. There's no block.
There's no block.
And there's no block.
There's no block.
I get it. The original Streets of Rage. I recently bought the Sega Genesis collection.
I
played the original Streets of Rage, and those didn't have a block. But dude, we live in 2020.
But also you can't sprint, so like you just get locked into like, oh, I'm just gonna get hit right here because I can't fucking move. Like,
yeah, but and then those pocket motherfuckers, the dudes that have their hands in their pockets, they're like, "Hi, how are you? Oh, my hands in my pockets." I'm like, "You son of a bitch!"
Yeah,
you son of a bitch.
One game you would like.
Hands in the pockets!
If that pisses you off. If that game pisses you off, one game you might like, and I bought this a while ago.
Fucking pockets!
I put it in the group chat. It's called Fight and Rage.
Yeah.
Probably best beat 'em up I've ever played. Hands down. Best beat 'em up I've ever played. It caters more to like fighting game fans. It has everything you want. It has a parry system. Everyone has a sprint. You have 3 main characters you can play between, but they all play radically different. It's a lot of fun. I put the trailer in the group chat.
Did I tell you the guy?
I pasted it in the I pasted that in the Twitch chat there.
Did I tell you about the guy in the pockets?
Yes, you did.
That wasn't even like, that's not even the problem. Like, so yeah, some of the enemies. The worst fuckers are the guys with the shields. The guys with the shields, because you can't. There's a guy with a shield and a he has a shield and a billy club, and fucking you have to attack the shield. It's like an energy shield, so you have to attack it until it breaks. But before you can break it, he hits you with the fucking billy club, and then it regenerates. And you're like, dude, there's no fucking, like, you can't do enough damage to where you can destroy the shield and get him before he hits you with that fucking billy club. So they throw one of these guys at you, then they throw 2 of them at you, then they throw 4 of them at you at the same fucking time, and there's nothing you can do. There's nothing you can do. And this is the 3rd level. I'm like, dude, fuck this game. And then I went online and...
Actually, it's the 2nd level, but
it's the second level. They expect you to fight 4 of those guys at the same time, and then the boss.
It's before the commissioner. They throw out these dudes, and he shows up before it after you break out of jail. I don't know why you're in jail, but whatever.
Dude, that game pissed me the fuck off, dude. It pissed me off so bad. I was like, so eventually I went online. Thank God it has online play, because I went online and found a guy that we went through the entire game together. And fucking, like, it's fun, but like, dude, it's frustrating as fuck, man.
One thing I want to hear, because you said it's like impossible by yourself. Do you feel like this guy you played online with? Do you feel like he carried you through the game? Or do you
Yes.
feel like,
Oh,
okay, now
yes.
the game's fair?
No.
Okay, now the game's fair.
No. Because so like, he carried me like in the bosses, I will say, because like I played as Cherry because like I didn't want to use anyone else because I wanted to sprint.
Cherry looks cool as shit. Like she's the character I was the most excited for.
Oh yeah, Cherry's great.
Yeah, and he played as Adam.
She's got a rocking guitar.
Yeah, she has a guitar and she can do like, I like her combos too. She can really just like knock dudes into the air and just do like I think she like knees them into the air. She does like a sagat, like a tiger.
Yeah.
I don't know what you mean, like that tiger kick or tiger knee.
Yeah.
Did you get to the level with the Karens?
Oh, I beat it, dude. Okay, so tons of levels are fucked. Like, there's just a ton of fucked up. Like, there's a level that's entirely there's like 20 motherfuckers, and they all come out with grenades and like poison, toxic poison shit, and they just throw shit. They just keep throwing shit, and if you knock them over, they drop what they're holding, and it still fucking explodes. Like, it's fucked up, dude. It's fucked up.
Oh, he's right.
It's fucked up.
There's these small little biker chicks that they literally come after you.
They come out with grenades, they come out with Molotovs, and they come out with like toxic.
Oh, the Molotovs are annoying.
And they either throw it, or if you beat them up, they'll drop it and they'll still explode. And you're like, what the fuck is this, man? Like, there's no way around this. There's no way around it. You're gonna take damage. If you punch them and they drop it, you take the damage.
You know you're supposed to move left to right.
But you can't sprint though. So like if it's Cherry, you can sprint out of it, but if you're not, you're gonna take that damage.
There's people in the comments right now who are probably just like,
please tell me how I'm fucking up.
Game, you gotta do this and you gotta do that.
Tell me how I'm fucking up.
Yeah,
this is how Streets of Rage was, and this is how it is. I'm like, you're not wrong. It's definitely how Streets of Rage is.
I don't remember anything that fucked up in Streets of Rage. Like, Jay just deliberately. There's a bunch of like, there's levels with a bunch of holes in the ground, and you're going in the hole. You're going in the holes, dude. You're going in the holes.
No, you're not.
Yes, you are.
Go in the hole. I don't go in the hole.
You're going in the holes, dude. Like,
I want to pick this game up now just to see what you guys are talking about.
It's on the game.
It's on Game Pass. I played it on Game Pass, so
you guys keep telling me I gotta check out Game Pass, man.
PC and Xbox. You can join it on the Terror. You can join it on this bullshit.
Okay, so Raven,
I might look into Game Pass after this.
Yeah, I played a lot of this game.
Do you agree with me that it's like super fucked though?
Oh, some of it's very fucked. I mean, I'm just saying that. This is what I did. I was as frustrated as you were when I first picked up that game. I was like, oh fuck, what the fuck? Who would make such a bullshit thing? So I fired up the Genesis Mini and went to Streets of Rage 2, and played a few levels of that, and I'm like, oh, I get it now. Like I had to go.
Those games are always fucked, but like I just feel like this is just, it takes it to a whole nother level.
Yeah, but you had to. The thing is, we're so used to that instant like roll, dodge, and all that stuff. Like this game is rigid in 97 bullshit.
Yeah.
Or whatever, or 93 bullshit. You can't roll, you can't really dodge, parry, or any of that stuff. A lot of, I had to learn the ancient motherfucking art of get the fuck out of the way.
Vertical movement, vertical like up and down movement is your friend.
Have to learn. Yeah, you there's no blocking. You have to learn, if this guy's gonna throw, you have to go up. If this guy's gonna throw, you need to go down. Because if you're on the same plane as this motherfucker, you're getting hit.
But sometimes, but this game doesn't like it. It's not fair though. It's not fair in a way. They'll send out like you'll be on a plane and you'll be like, okay, this guy's gonna throw like they throw like bats and shit. Like, they throw a bat. Like who expects you to throw a fucking bat? If you come out with a bat, I don't expect you to throw the shit at me. So I'm like,
Like a baseball bat.
yeah, they come out with they come out with melee weapons and they'll throw them at you, and it's like, okay, yeah, it's like. Okay, I didn't expect you to use this melee weapon as a ranged weapon. I mean, you can do it too, but it's like they just come out and just throw the shit, and you're like, "Fuck you." And then there's like, there's guys with guns that'll come out and they'll shoot your ass. And it's like, okay, if there's one of them, I can at least get on a different plane. I can move up. But they'll send out 3 the first time anyone with a gun comes out. They send out 3 of them the first time, and they're each on a different plane, and they each shoot your ass, and you can't dodge it. Right. Am I wrong?
No, you can't dodge it, but you have to learn the ancient art of side scrolling.
You can, but they all come out on a different plane. That's when they're like stacked. So like you can't even move up or down. You just gotta like, it's fucked, dude. It's fucked.
I've been ranting about how fucked this game is for like 10 minutes.
I like it though. It's like not, it's not a bad. Here's the thing. It's a good game though. It's a good game.
Dude, the enemies are bullshit. They just stack on you. You're going in the goddamn hole. But
after
I like it.
After I beat it,
I must.
After I beat it with that guy, we went back in. Like there's an arcade mode that unlocks where it's you just go through with whatever lives you have, because the story mode is like you can continue.
Can you have all the characters unlocked? Because you can have all the characters from Streets of Rage, all of them.
Yeah, no, I unlocked like I think I only have 3 more, but
yeah, one of the cool things about that game is you don't have to go through as Cherry. There's others in there. There's like there's Blaze from 1, 2, and 3. There's Axel from 1, 2, and 3. Which Axel got fat. What the fuck happened to Axel?
It looks like a hillbilly trucker or something.
Like
Axel's like, well, they're thick. Like everyone's super thick. Like Blaze is thick.
Axel is a very thick boy. I'm like, what happened to you?
I'm watching some trailers. Adam looks okay.
Well, you don't get Adam later.
You don't get Adam till later? What?
You don't get Adam till like way later.
Yeah, the only the other black guy is like it's like a dude with bionic arms who's cool because he has this like scorpion move on his arm that if you do your combo, it knocks the guy back, and if you use your special right after that, it grabs him and pulls him back, and then you can combo him again.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I like beat 'em up with like really good combo potential. I love that.
Has anyone played River City Girls?
I haven't. I want to so bad though. I want to so bad.
That one, it made me think to myself, I'm like, I think that one's better than this.
Really?
Yeah, I think this one, but Streets of Rage is a lot of fun. You have to go into that Streets of Rage mindset because you have those Sega fanboy people like, oh my god, nothing's better than 2! Nothing's better than 2!
Yeah,
Calm down. Like, calm down, motherfucker. 2's not that great. Calm down. The game's it's not Mario 64. Calm down.
Yeah, this game's good. It's just, man, I didn't expect it. I didn't expect to get as pissed off as I was. It was just it really just fucked me up, dude.
Check it out. If it's on Game Pass, I might just finally like bite the bullet and check out Game Pass.
Bite the bullet. You don't even have to bite it. You just have to look at it.
My dad has Game Pass and he's like talking it up like crazy, so I might pick it up now.
I don't. Okay, so one other thing is a lot of women beating in this game. A lot of women bosses.
I mean, that's a selling point. You get to beat up women in this game. It's awesome.
No, it's not. It's just in this generation, it's just weird to have a game that literally has like female boss. There's like 4 female bosses at the end of this game. You get to beat the shit out of them. It's like, what? I mean, like someone that's saying about like equal opportunity beatings. I guess I don't know.
We are like very far away from the 90s, and they had to like censor all the female characters and make a male for North American releases.
Oh my
Remember
god.
that?
This game was like, oh, we're gonna you're gonna kick the shit out of everyone. Doesn't matter. Male, female, they're all going in the hole.
I mean, a lot of the enemies are straight from those old games anyway, so
Yeah.
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 It's just also there's a brilliant upskirt shot at the end with the whatever
Oh my
her girl.
god.
Oh, it's fucking crazy. If you punch the shit out of her and she springs her legs, you're like, well, this game's game of the year contender.
Oh my god.
It's like where
You
these
get to beat up women and look up their skirts after you lay them out.
so crazy.
Oh my
Yeah,
god.
yeah. I'm like, why is this in here? Why?
That final boss fight is fucking fucked, dude.
Oh
Like,
my god.
I almost rage quit. I almost rage quit at that.
That was the easiest part.
Are you kidding me? Are you kidding?
That was so crazy. Him and his brother, you dodge that thing, you grab her and beat the shit out of her. I didn't have a problem with that. Was like
What?
the only thing I didn't have a problem with.
That one was
I
the
had-
most fucked because you couldn't even like. Oh, whatever.
I had a problem with super burly dude at the biker level. That guy was fucked.
Oh my god.
Yeah, he literally got all pissed off. And he's like, "I'm gonna come teleport 14 screens to you." I'm like, "Leave me the fuck alone. Leave me the fuck alone. I'm going this way. You go that way."
No,
He's
that
like,
guy was
"Nope."
easy.
No. The last boss chick, we, punched her, seen her panties, she's out.
Oh my god.
No, but there's one after that though.
Oh yeah, the two. No, that one's also easy. You
Oh,
beat
you're
her
fucking-
up.
You
You beat
fucking.
him up.
Oh, you're fucking crazy, dude. No, but then he transforms. There's three parts to that.
Sure is.
All right.
They're easy.
Can we move on from this? Jesus Christ.
Anyway, check out Streets of Rage 4.
Final recommendation. Would you recommend the game, yes or no?
Yes.
Yes, I would. Yes. Even though it's fun,
Alright.
it's fun. Man. It's play it with a friend or don't play it at all. As my
And
recommendation.
also, it's not one of those games you can play once and then wash your hands.
Oh
sing
no, I'm
happy
done.
birthday.
I'm never getting back in there again. Oh no, you know what? If Rick, if you get it, I'll play with you.
All right, cool. I might pick it up. We can do it at a
Also-
stream of it.
Also, that online, me and FSD tried yesterday. It was lagging like a motherfucker. Like, I don't understand. We're on gig connections.
It was mostly fine for me. Like there was one part where it just froze up completely, but once it recovered, it was fine.
Yeah, that game has. I mean, I hope they patch that with better.
Also,
code.
not even online related. There were some performance issues. I was like, why is this running like this? Like it felt suboptimal. And I was playing on PC.
Yeah, I played the whole game on PC. There was a point where it just literally crashed.
I never had that.
Or were you talking about when it goes like sub digits sometimes?
Yeah,
You're
there was some choppiness.
like it went to sub digits in this game. It's weird.
There's a setting in the there's a setting in the options for max frame skip, which is something you would see in an emulator. And by default it's set to 2. So I was like, I don't know what the fuck this is, but set that to 0. If you use emulators, you know what I'm talking about. Like frame skip is like if it can't hit max performance, it'll skip frames. It'll skip
Yeah, I know
frames.
exactly.
Oh
Yeah.
my god, that seems so
It's
nuts.
it's weird to me that that's like in a retail game, not an emulator.
Yeah.
It's
Also,
like-
I didn't mention this either. I didn't mention this, Raven.
Yeah.
Did you
I'm
use
here.
were you using the D-pad to play, or were you using an analog stick?
I was using the D-pad. Using the analog so crazy.
I could not, for the fuck of me. I don't know if this was just a bug or something, but I couldn't do analog inputs on the D-pad, so I couldn't like move up and left at the same time with the D-pad.
Weird.
But I could with the stick.
No, I did not have that problem.
Okay.
God, it sounds like you just had a shit experience, like just the
So
whole way through.
yeah, so I
Dude,
had
that
to
game
use.
is
Nothing about what you're saying sounds
I'll be right back.
nice.
That game is fucked. Like everywhere. I mean, you have to bring yourself back to the old school.
Yeah, no, it's fun once you like. I guess I don't know. Once I like dialed it in a little bit, I was doing better. But
Once I
I
went back
think
to Streets of Rage 2, it started to click.
I think
Like if you go in
Cherry has less health. I think like I can't really tell. I think she has less
yeah,
health, but she's super mobile. So I'm like, I gotta like. I like the sprint though. I like the sprint. So it's weird. Like I guess different characters have different stats or whatever. I went back through as Streets of Rage 1 Alex, and like he's super powerful. Like you're just killing motherfuckers like easily. So I think there's like different stats and stuff. But
God, you make that game sound so like not fun at all.
it's fun.
it's fun. It's just
fun.
Sega fucked up.
Well, when it's not pissing you off.
Yeah. Yeah, it's fun, but you get to certain sections and you're like, "Oh, this is fucked up." Like,
It's
come
a
on.
it's an old school beat 'em up game. It's those games were not they're supposed to be assy and people. What else are you gonna play? You gonna play Halo? No, you're gonna play Streets
Yeah, I
of
was
Rage.
playing on normal though. I was playing on normal, and there's like 3 difficulties above that.
Yeah, playing on anything
Oh,
higher
Jesus.
than that, like Hard Maniac, just seems like no.
Yeah.
No. That seems like pain. No.
So yeah, Streets of Rage 4. I like it, but yeah, just know that you're gonna get fucked.
Also, I think the Streets of Rage characters, the ones you unlock, they're way overpowered. Like you can go through that game with
Is that what it is?
yeah, you
They're
can go through
strong,
that
but they
game with
don't have specials though. You can't use like
they
you can't
compensate
combo.
for that. Yeah, but they compensate for that way harder with their punches. Like it seems like you can take out characters way easier without that. It seemed like they're going down quicker.
Yeah.
And for me, I was like, all right. Like, of course it doesn't drain health, but it's like, okay, you can just go clunk, clunk, you're dead. Clunk, clunk, you're dead. Clunk, clunk, you're dead. Taking out, maybe that's the reason why the boss was so easy. It was like clunk, clunk, yappa pod, clunk, clunk. Or whatever fuck they call them, that noise they make. But yeah, yappa ha. So yeah, there's Streets of Rage 4. I want to add one more thing to this.
All right.
Not Streets of Rage, just to this thing to top the cherry on top of this pain sandwich.
All
Because
right.
I played a lot of Streets of Rage. Like I played the PC version, went through in the Xbox version. Mario Kart had a North American Open. Yes,
I heard about that. How'd you do?
I did horrible. I got 194, which a lot of people got 320. And a lot of times I got matched up with like people with 4. There's like 4 people in a lobby, and then after every 4 race, it takes you to another new race, and it's fucked, man.
Wait, are you
How much
saying
time did you
that
spend on it?
Mario Kart is a perfectly balanced game with no?
No, the game was never balanced. That's not the point of it. It was
I
never.
think like Mario Kart's fun until you make it competitive. I don't think Mario
Yeah.
Kart's a competitively viable game.
Mario
Yeah,
Kart is
talk about games that piss me off. Like, I cannot play Mario Kart anymore. I just get way too upset.
Yeah, but you just don't want to play with Japanese people. Those people will kill you. Like if you get hit, it's like, oh shit.
Confession
like-
time. I think like Sonic All Stars Racing. I haven't played the new one, but Sonic All Stars Racing
good.
Transformed I think was better than Mario Kart.
Definitely. The new one's good too.
Is it really? Oh, I might pick
Yeah.
it up then.
There's a theme song. There's a screen where you can customize your character and your carts and stuff. And there's a song that plays there, and it has like, it fucking shreds, dude. It has like lyrics and everything.
yeah?
It has lyrics and shit.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Like I don't know what you have to look for, but like look it up. Like the customization screen has like it fucking shreds.
bought that. I forget how much All Stars was. I forget it was 15. It was on sale on the PSN network for like dirt cheap.
I mean, it only came out. It was like what, $40 when it came out.
Yeah, but this was like dirt cheap. But yeah, Transform.
If I'm gonna play Mario Kart, competitively, I want no items. Just fucking.
No, that game is just dead. I mean, you know.
Is this the song right here, Wasabi?
I mean, it's not like Smash Brothers where you turn off the items and that game becomes a different game. You turn off the items in Mario Kart, that game becomes, I don't even know what that game is.
I put the song in the group chat. Is that it?
I feel like
that's like I don't know what that is. Oh, maybe that is it. Hold on, let me turn it down.
I feel like if you're going to do that, you need at least mushrooms. At least that makes it a lot more fair. Yeah, mushrooms in the game, definitely. I've been in tournaments that just only had mushrooms, and it's just that. Then it just turns into. But having no items just seems like, oh, this is.
Is this it? I can't tell. Oh, this is it. This is it. This is it. Yeah. When the lyrics kick in, I'm like, "What the fuck is this?" But it's such an extreme song to be playing.
You're just you said it's in the customization menu.
Yeah. You're just like
that
trying to like.
Sounds like the opening theme song to like a Sonic game.
Yeah.
Well, Sonic games do have good music.
They have great music. That's the one thing I'll admit with like Sonic games. I love their music.
That's the only thing that is good. They always slap with the music. I mean, Sonic.
I did play Sonic Forces finally when I was on PS Plus like a couple months ago, and I was surprised with like how much fun I was surprised with how much fun the like the character, the created character was to play as. I was legitimately surprised at how much fun I had like making the character, playing as a character. I wish they had taken out all the classic Sonic levels and doubled down on like the Avatar stuff. I think it would have been a much better game.
Yeah.
I went back and finished Horizon Zero Dawn.
You
know that game's coming out on PC next month, right?
Yeah, but I'm not buying that. I'm not buying it because I don't like that. I don't like that game.
Well,
it's not bad. I picked up the Game of the Year edition.
Well, guess what? You're all in luck. That game's going to become PC darlings, and everyone will love it, and everyone will bow down to Aloy's pussy. It's going to be great.
It's a great game. It's a great game, right? But it's so locked in mechanics that I feel are just like antiquated now. Like it's super like Far Cry. It's super Shadow of Mordor. Like it's such that game that it's hard for me to play it. Like
I agree. It doesn't do really anything different. It's more or less the same things you've been seeing. Granted, it combines them pretty well, but it's not going to do anything new.
Yeah, like hunting 12 boars to get boar skin and upgrade my carrying capacity. Like it's not something I want to do anymore.
Yeah, I hear. I'm over that.
Like, and you have to like do that to fast travel as well. Like you need to collect meat and shit like that to craft a fast travel pack, and then you can fast travel.
We're not gonna have time to get to the news and keep up with this.
Oh, really? Well, anyway, that's I played it. I finished it. It's a good game, but
can I never played it. I might pick it up for PC when it's cheap. You know, it'll become cheap on PC eventually.
If you pick it up on PC, I'll replay it on PS4. So that's something to talk about. I haven't played it in a minute.
I don't want to play that game on PS4 bullshit. You know, it has a frame rate. You know, console games like that, they have a frame rate that only hit that frame rate. It'll be nice to actually have an unlocked frame rate for that game.
No, I hear you.
And this is not like some snobby, like, oh, you know, like I'm sure it'll run fine and all that stuff. But it'll be nice. You know, I don't have a PS4 Pro, so it'll be nice to see that game in like a super graphical detail.
That was the first time I went back to it after playing Dead Death Stranding, and you can really see you can really see the shared DNA between those games.
Oh yeah.
It was real interesting to like look at it in a different
I
way.
try not to play games that are coming out on both things like that. So Horizon Zero Dawn on PS4 is dead to me. That game does not exist anymore. Alloy's a fucking hoe. So yeah.
Wow. Well, in the news today, we got
Yeah. So we're just gonna step into that. All right. Right.
So Microsoft last Thursday they showed some Xbox Series X gameplay.
We were here for this. We woke up for this.
Yeah,
I
we
was
were
not
here.
there for that. I wanted to hear about it on the podcast. How much gameplay was there really though?
None.
None, really? Are you fucking with me?
Their show was about like I don't know, like 45 minutes long. There's probably 7 minutes of actual gameplay.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
That hurts to hear. That hurts to hear.
Yeah, you ain't wrong.
Though that's not to say like they showed some. Here's the problem: is that they came out and was like, "Hey, fucking, we're gonna finally reveal some of that gameplay you wanna see." And then they right off the bat they come out and go like, "Hey, the stuff you really want to see, like Halo and shit. Yeah, no, we're not going to show you that. That's going to be in July. This is for some other."
Most of it got pushed to July.
So like right off the bat they like they fucked you with that, and then like which is fine, but like it was, you should tell us this before everyone gets all excited and shit for your shit.
Hey, we have no Halo for you, so fuck you. I'm like, okay. But what they showed was just egregious, inherent. Not even like, this is not even like E3 level. Like, okay, they showed Dirt 5. They can go fuck themselves.
Yeah, they showed. I mean, what they showed wasn't bad. It was just not really gameplay. Like when you say gameplay, I'm thinking there's gonna be a dude with a controller, and it's just no cuts. It's just gonna be a dude playing a segment, and it's just gonna be extended, and we're just gonna see what shit really is. But no, this is all pretty much trailers, pretty much.
Like on a stage somewhere.
That is frustrating.
Yeah. So they showed. But I mean, they showed a bunch of stuff that looks interesting. So they showed Dirt 5. They showed this Chinese FPS called Bright Memory Infinite, which I'm pretty sure is already on Steam. At least a version of that is on Steam.
So I actually saw Bright Memory forever ago on Steam. I've been meaning to check it out, and I was hella surprised to see that it was coming out on Xbox.
Yeah, but they made it, it looked like a $60 like super game, and that game's like $10, and we're like, I can play this game right now?
Yeah.
And it's only $10? I mean, it's not done, right?
It wasn't done like 2 years ago when I the first time I saw it, or however long it was.
Like, did they get like a side of funding to be on this thing? They're like, here you go, finish your game, stupid.
Probably.
I checked out the early gameplay of it. It looked fucking dope. Like I want to check it out.
It looked very dope. I'm just saying.
It was pretty polished. It was pretty polished even in early access.
Yeah.
That old version was pretty polished too. So it should be a good game.
But you would think it's a new game.
They showed this game, so on the screen right now, if you're in the stream, they showed this game called Scorn, which is like this eldritch Ridley Scott looking really weird fucking like horror game, I'm assuming. Again, just a trailer, no gameplay of that.
I heard that game get announced on Kickstarter back in like 2014.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I've been following that game for a while. I was hella surprised to see that get announced too.
Mm-hmm.
But you're right. It's based on like the H.R. Geiger like artwork that he did for like. He's an artist. He designed the Xenomorph and Alien and like all the background shit.
Okay.
That's why it kind of looks like that, and it's like the survival horror first-person shooter. It looks fucking nuts. And the crazy thing is that the weapons like look alive, like they're like organic, like breathing things.
Yeah.
It's really fucking weird and off-putting, but I'm into it. I've been following that game for a while too, and I'm glad to see it coming out.
Mm-hmm. They showed this game called Chorus or Corvus. It does that like
You said it
churches
right.
thing. If you know
You said it right
churches,
the
the
first
band
time. It's chorus.
chorus,
I thought.
and the screen is it's a V. They do the churches
Yeah,
thing where it's like, oh, is it a V? Is it a U? I don't know.
it's chorus. I know they suck. They fucking suck for that. Because I thought
Chorus,
that
it's like a
Corv.
space thing,
I thought the
a
game was
space
called
shooter
Corv.
or something. Uh, Again, mostly just a fucking cinematic trailer. And what looks like could be gameplay, but you don't really know.
Yeah.
They showed Bloodlines 2, Vampire, which is just a cinematic trailer, no gameplay. They showed a game called Call of the Sea, which looked like it could. That one looked like gameplay. It looked like a walking sim story driven game. That one looked like gameplay because I mean,
It looked like
walking.
gameplay.
Yeah, but it could have just as easily been not. They showed a game
What was
called The Ascent.
What was that? What was that game? You're probably almost there, but they announced it. It was like this weird, like Japanese action game. I think it was The Ascent that you're talking about. But
The Ascent. So The Ascent, Raven got pissed the fuck off because so they show this cinematic trailer. They start with a cinematic trailer. It makes it
Oh
look
my
fucking
God.
baller as fuck. It's like a cyberpunk like dystopian future setting, and then like. And then it gets. And then this one, they actually show you gameplay. It's fucking. It's a top-down shooter.
yeah, I'm looking at. I just saw the trailer now. It's a twin stick shooter.
Raven got pissed off.
Oh my god, this trailer is so deceptive.
Yeah, they were like, you were like, oh look, a ripoff of.
It looks like cyberpunk. Like
It looks like
Yeah.
Cyberpunk mixed with Beyond Good and Evil 2. You're like,
Oh
what the
my
hell is this game? And then they show you the game. You're like, oh, you sons of bitches!
Yeah.
Oh!
So, yeah. So all interest in that is gone now. No, it could be fun. It could be fun. I actually like twin stick shooters. So
If it's on Game Pass, you'll check it out. But it's like, oh, fuck the fuck off.
yeah, I like twin
Scarlet
stick shooters.
Nexus,
So
that's the one I'm excited for. Scarlet Nexus.
Scarlet Nexus. Yeah, Xbox is gonna have some anime games, I guess.
All those games look the same. Like they all look like they have the same frame rate. The framework, like art framework. It's
I
so
would say frame rate. Like, are you mad they're all running at 60 FPS?
one hopes. Well, we'll get into that next story with Ubisoft, right?
But no, Scarlet Nexus looks crazy. It looks like a platinum game, so that's why I'm into it.
Yeah, I'm always
I
like.
love these kinds of action games.
They showed a game called The Medium, which is by the guys that made the Blair Witch and Layers of Fear. Those guys.
Oh yeah.
Again, no gameplay, just cinematic trailer.
That's a bummer.
Like I don't. When you come out and say, "Oh yeah, gameplay, first reveal gameplay, Xbox Series X," you're like, there's expectations here, but
That gameplay.
Yeah, they said gameplay. They said gameplay.
they
should have
said gameplay.
Hey, we're gonna. If they said, "Hey, we're gonna reveal games for the Xbox Series X," that would be different. They said
Yeah.
gameplay.
But no, even the trailer, like even if you go to the Medium trailer, it says the Medium official reveal with gameplay. Like they specifically say gameplay. There's no gameplay here.
There is
Not a
there is
single
no
shot of actual gameplay. Unless that is a segment of gameplay that you just cut into a trailer. I don't know, but that ain't gameplay to me.
That is not gameplay.
Yeah, here's some shots of Scarlet Nexus.
Scarlet Nexus is something I'm excited for. That looks dope as fuck.
Again,
I'm a sucker for like Japanese action games, dude.
There's so many of them, and they're not usually good. So I kind of just wait and see what the word is.
You're right, but Scarlet Nexus looks like fun.
Like I was excited for God Eater 3, and like I was like, oh yeah, finally the first God Eater that's not a fucking mobile or handheld port. And no, it's like that. It's still a handheld game. Just it looks good. Like, so
I didn't play God Eater because it looks like a Monster Hunter style game.
yeah,
Which if I want that experience, I'm just gonna play Monster Hunter.
it's different. There's a focus on like crafting your own bullets, and like there's different. You can make your own bullet physics. So like you can like shoot something and it'll like go around in a circle and do shit. Like you can like program your bullets pretty much. It's kind of weird, but yeah, they showed this dinosaur game Beyond Extinction or Second Extinction. My bad. They showed Yakuza Like a Dragon. And then Assassin's Creed, the big one, Assassin's Creed, the big finale. Zero gameplay. Probably less gameplay that was in the actual Ubisoft original reveal. Yeah. So.
Oh Jesus.
Disappointing.
That is disappointing.
Disappointing. If they had just come out and been like, hey, you know, this ain't gameplay. If they just didn't say gameplay, it would have been fine. Like, you don't have to really tease us like that. Like, Sony is the same thing. Like, get your messaging right, and there won't be any problems.
Also, we forgot there was another egregious thing that they could have shown was Madden 21. It was Mr. Mahomes, who was sexy as fuck, who came out and was like, "Hey, I'm gonna go. Madden 21's coming," and they show like, footage maybe. It's like, fuck off.
Yeah, like
Upgrade that.
the coolest thing I guess about that whole thing was they really put an emphasis on their smart delivery feature, which is
smarter, right?
Yeah, it's the thing where if you buy a game for Xbox One, you also get that Series X version. Just it comes with it.
And they keep saying the best possible version for that platform. Well, like, you guys are liars. You guys, it's not going to be the best possible version. If you have an OG Xbox, it's going to run like garbage.
Well, sure, but you're going to get all the versions of it, so whatever you run it on is your problem.
Right.
Like, I mean, you can't complain at them. Like, well, I bought this game and I'm running it on my launch Xbox One. It runs like shit. Well, how about you run it on the Series X? I mean, we gave you that version too.
I don't wanna. It's in my living room.
But yeah, that's pretty much all for that. We just have to wait until July.
Does sound like
wait till July to see like actual gameplay for some of the first party stuff.
Yeah.
And all the shit talking aside, it is cool that they're letting you like upgrade your game for the newer systems or the newer Xbox Series X when that comes out.
Yeah. So just we gotta wait and see.
In other news, and this is something that upset me, is that I'm not surprised, but I'm still upset that Tokyo Game Show 2020 was canceled.
Did they give a reason besides 100 people having COVID?
That's the reason, the COVID outbreak.
Yeah.
Okay. Like didn't they have like 100 and they panicked?
I don't know what the numbers are for Japan. I'd be lying if I said I knew what the numbers are. But they're worried that, a big gathering like Tokyo Game Show is going to increase infection rate, which, I'm not upset at them for doing that. It just sucks because I do look forward to Tokyo Game Show every year. Mainly just because I want to see some more news on Shin Megami Tensei 5.
Man,
I'm hoping to see a Tokyo Game Show.
Is this the first year we're going to have a console launch without no conventions, no gatherings whatsoever?
I think so.
Probably, but they are like
doing something. They're doing like an online thing that they're going to talk about later. But as for now, like the big thing's not going to happen.
Yeah. So I don't know. I feel like the online events could be better than like. I mean, not better. It's. I mean, E3 is one thing because those physical shows were not very good. So like you shouldn't go to that anyway. But like anyone who's like, oh yeah, I'm gonna go to E3, and like you don't go to E3 and see those conferences. You don't get to see the shit you like. It's mostly just like you go there and you wait in line for all day to play one game, and then like it's not a good consumer show. So
you go there for one day.
Where you go there for 3 days and then wait in line for each one of those days to play one game.
Yeah.
Also, if you're pressed, you can just cut in line.
Well, if you're press, you're not at that event. Even
Right.
if you're press, you're probably not
Appointment.
going. Like press can do what they need to do from their home. Like they can just watch the shit online, and well, that's what Giant Bomb does. Like they don't even go to the show
Also,
anymore.
also, they could, if they really wanted to make this thing all digital, they could just send a press a build of that game, and they can just play it.
Yeah. So yeah, I don't think there's a lot of value in the physical events anymore. So
I agree, and that's why like I don't mind everything going to like an all digital system. I do think it sucks. The only thing I'm complaining about is I have to wait. That's what I'm upset about. I have to wait for
yeah.
some digital event for Tokyo Game Show. But other than that, if they had come from the beginning, like, hey, it's still happening at the same time, we're just doing it online, I'd be fine. I wouldn't be upset.
Well, it's the idea of every June there's an E3. There's no E3 this year. Every September there's a Tokyo Game Show. There is no Tokyo Game Show. Every August there's a Gamescom. There is no Gamescom.
There is a Gamescom. Well, see, that's the thing. Like all these things are still happening. It's just happening online.
Right.
So there's still
Right.
Gamescom. I know Keeley is made clear that he's still doing Gamescom, but the form it takes is probably just going to be an online thing.
Right. So there's still a Gamescom to come at. Okay. But yeah, Tokyo Game Show canceled and all that stuff. But
That's a bummer. We'll have to wait to see what they do digitally, but it's a bummer.
X Respawn, huh?
Yeah, so X Respawn lead developers have formed a new AAA studio. So if you know John Shearing and Drew McCoy, former Respawn, they worked on games like they worked on Titanfall and Call of Duty 4, shit like that. They left Respawn a while ago, and now they've just announced that they've started a new studio called Gravity Well.
Oh.
Which I'm excited to see. Like it'll be cool to see what they come up with. They don't have like, a publisher like telling them what to do.
Yeah, and plus they're veterans of the industry. They know how to make a game. Well, they know how to make an FPS game. So that's probably
they know
what
how
they're
to
going
make
to be
something
doing.
good.
Yeah, that's why like I'm excited to see what they come out with.
Yeah.
They know how to make something good.
Yeah. What I'm excited for though is that Tony Hawk Pro Skater 1 and 2 remake is being announced, and then we touched on that a little bit earlier. But I'm
Visions, they have how many of you guys played these remakes from Activision?
I didn't.
You mean like the Crash Bandicoot remakes and
Yeah, the Crash Bandicoot remake and the horrible Crash Team Racing remake. Not because the game's bad, because that game is bullshit.
I haven't played them, but I checked them out, and they look cool as hell. Like,
right,
a little bit I have seen look pretty neat.
No, I mean, here's the thing. Some people might look at Tony Hawk 1 and 2, but those games at the time, they were quintessential gaming. Like, you couldn't escape Tony Hawk Pro Skater.
At the time.
You couldn't escape it.
But like even like the whole culture of skateboarding was just different at the time too. Like I don't know if skateboarding is it's definitely not nowhere near as big as it was back then.
Skateboarding was huge, and it brought gaming with it.
Yeah.
Also keep in mind too that people love the Tony Hawk Pro Skater games, but there are games after that kind of evolved with the skate culture. Like after we got Tony Hawk Underground, which did the more like Jackass, Viva La Bam.
I'm gonna be so sad. They're not gonna have Spider-Man in 2, are they?
They said that they're
most likely not.
They haven't said if the characters are going to show. I would imagine I would imagine Crash would be in it, like, because that's an Activision property.
Okay.
Like,
Crash
I would imagine
fucked with though. That music is getting fucked with for sure.
No, they said the music. They said most of the music is going to be in it. But there are some that's not. Licensing shit like that.
You're Activision. Go fucking do it.
Yeah.
Who's gonna say no to you?
But I don't know. Most of my skate friends, prefer Skate over Tony Hawk nowadays.
I can understand that with the trick stick and all that stuff, but I'm a Tony Hawk guy. You can get into Tony Hawk easier.
Yeah.
Tony Hawk is more like an arcade skating game where it's not realistic at all. It's just there to be like a fun game, and that's why
Not at all.
Tony Hawk.
Yeah.
I've never played Skate though, so it's coming from. I'm pretty sure.
Oh wow.
If I played Skate, I might like it more.
Skate's pretty dope. It's different though.
I have a Gen 1. I have an older Xbox. I might just pick it up.
No, it's backwards compatible.
Yeah. Which was the best one to play? Should I just start with Skate 3? Is it the best one?
Yeah.
You
know what's weird about Skate 2? That game ran at 1080p on PS3.
Really?
Yeah. That game was 1080p. There's like 4 games that run at 1080p on PS3. That's one of them.
I don't know about that. Like native 1080p, it was probably doing some upscaling.
1080p.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's probably upscaled or like
I had a TV that literally, when the PS3, when it goes to 720, it switched to that mode. This one did.
But there were ways that you could. I remember for certain games, if you disabled 720 in the settings, it would upscale to 1080p.
Right.
Like I did that for, I think, Metal Gear Solid 4. I did that.
It looked better?
No. Well, I don't know. I don't remember. But I remember I did it just because you could. And I was like, oh, well, 1080p. But Tony Hawk, September 4 is coming to PS4, Xbox One, and PC. So it's a complete it's a remake, not a remaster. They might be calling it a remaster.
Yeah, they just need to just pretty up that game and fix some problems with that old game, like they do with Crash Bandicoot.
Also, they've done this before too.
Yeah, but this one's going to have a lot more love and respect.
Yeah. Which I'm excited to see.
Like the schoolyard level, or what was it, the 1 and 2 that people liked? Was the mall in 2? Yeah. No.
There was a mall in the first one. The mall in the first one was like a downhill jam though.
The mall, the schoolyard, like there's a lot of iconic levels.
It's gonna have online multiplayer, create a park, and create a skater mode. So.
Oh, good.
September 4th.
Didn't Create a Skater come in 3?
No. Yes, it did. No.
Yeah, that was.
I don't remember. I get the numbers mixed up. It might have been 4. Whoever one was on PS2.
Gonna be the original pro skaters in that? Bam Margera gonna be in this?
I don't think Bam Margera
was in the Underground games.
Yeah. No, Bam was in. He was in 3.
Okay, is that when he showed up?
Yeah, but like you can't get him. Right. You're not gonna get him.
Is the girlie gonna be in it?
Doing that like underground like style.
Is the skater girlie gonna be in there? Because I remember her.
Probably. They brought in everyone to like do mocap. I know they said like Roddy Mullen. They brought in to mocap and shit.
Roddy Mullen, jeez.
Or someone. They brought someone in.
That must be incredible.
But yeah, so September 4th.
Did they remaster those videos they had? You ever get those unlocked videos of the skaters? Those are amazing.
Yeah, I'm sure it's not like remastered. They're probably gonna have completely new videos and like it's not gonna be anything from the old game aside from
that Spider-Man one is iconic. It's just a classic. This one with Spider-Man just literally going around being just flipping boards. It's insane.
Yeah. So September 4th, Xbox, PS4, PC.
That should be a good time.
This one's not really big news, but Sony State of Play. They announced a State of Play for this Thursday, and it will be all about Ghost of Tsushima. So that void of info that we have about that game is probably gonna be filled on
Which I'm
Thursday.
excited to see. Ghost of Tsushima looks pretty cool.
Yeah, it
But I'm a
says.
little worried it's gonna be like every other like open world game that's out already. But we'll
Uh,
see.
my thing with Sony games is like there's usually an emphasis on story, and then like the gameplay kind of takes a back seat.
Yeah.
Um, so I'm hoping that this is actually a good game because the story
Yeah, I
seems
do
like it'll be good. Um,
think it too. Like I'm not gonna sit here like I don't want games to be bad. It's just in my experience, most of them
yeah,
are underwhelming.
yeah. I just
Except
know
for
they.
Spider-Man. Spider-Man fucking lived up to all the hype.
Yeah, Spider Man seemed. I still haven't played it yet, but
Oh, it's
I need
fucking
to.
dope. So
Now,
good.
now that I've deleted Horizon Zero Dawn from my from my system, I freed up a couple hundred gigs, not 100, but I freed up a sizable amount of space so I can finally get Spider Man on there.
Yeah, and Wasabi, tell me how long it takes you to beat Kingpin, the first boss. My friend can't even beat that, and I might have to tell her I can't be your friend anymore.
I don't know. We'll see.
I mean, if you
But
can't beat Kingpin, then I can't be friends with you.
they said they've got like a full like 18 minutes for Ghost of Tsushima footage. So they
Oh,
said
good.
you take an extended look at new gameplay footage. Maybe hey, here's some actual gameplay. Maybe
Hey,
and
here's the game
exploration,
you're
combat,
buying.
and more.
Here's the game you're buying.
Yeah. So
I'm excited. That seems. You think that game's gonna be Dark Souls, or is it gonna be more?
not so much Dark Souls. Maybe like I think it's gonna be more action focused. Like I think you're gonna be mashing buttons. Maybe like a hack and slash, but
Ghost
more
of
like
Tsushima.
with stealth options. So like I don't know. No one knows because we haven't we don't know shit about it. So
Well,
but
no Thursday.
I think it would be like stealth, but you have options to fall back into action if you want. Like kind of maybe like an Assassin's Creed. Like that'd be my first thought. Like Assassin's Creed is not entirely stealth. Like you can do some combat in that if you really wanted to. I feel like that's gonna be this.
Yeah, that's what I'm feeling too. I'm still, regardless, I'm still excited to see what they do.
Yeah. So yeah, that'll be
Um,
Thursday.
yep. Like, so tune in. I'm probably gonna tune in. Well, I'm working that day, but I'll definitely check out the highlights
Yeah.
after.
Play. They're
Um,
they're not great, but they are what they are. So I'm not here to say like, oh my god, they should be more than that. It's like they they lack.
they're like little mini Nintendo Directs for Sony.
Yeah, but less qual. I mean, it gets the job done. It's like a shitty Wendy's or McDonald's burger. You're like, yeah, it's food.
I mean, if it's gameplay, if it's 18 minutes of gameplay, like I'm fine with it.
Yeah.
Um, Ubisoft has something they're announcing their Ubisoft Forward.
I don't
All
like this game.
I'm not a big Ubisoft fan either. There's not like a Ubisoft game I play that I'm like, oh, this is amazing. But it's basically like a Nintendo Direct, but for Ubisoft. They're just showing off a bunch of games, news, reveal, stuff like that. We're
So
probably gonna see some more Assassin's Creed Valhalla stuff because that gameplay trailer, quote
yeah.
unquote, was
Also,
awful.
can we talk about all? Not that I get it, the time, but can we just talk about when people go like, "Oh, Nintendo's out of touch. Nintendo's out of touch." They seem like they were way forward thinking with those fucking directs.
I
Now,
know, really.
how out of touch are they now when everyone else is doing it?
I know, really. So we'll see. It's happening July 12th, so we still got a ways away,
Just hate
but
the
it'll be
name
cool to see.
forward.
Maybe fingers crossed we might get a Mario Rabbids 2 announcement. Probably not, but
But
it'd be
also,
cool.
Beyond Good and Evil.
have you noticed
Oh,
all
Beyond
the
Good and Evil. There you go.
yeah? Also, have you noticed all these announcements are in July now?
Yeah,
They're not.
because
I mean, it's
everyone
No,
needs time.
yeah, but they're not
isn't
even
it?
in June. They're in July. Like we hear rumors. This is only rumors of the PS5 announcement's going to be in June or whatever it is. I'm sure there's going to be things in June, but it sounds like there's going to be a direct in July. There's going to be a Ubisoft Forward in July. There's going to
Oh,
be
okay, so you think it's all in July to like, so that way the PS5 release can have its thing, and then Ubisoft can come out and be like, "Yo, these are the games we have for the PS5."
Yeah, that's what it sounds like. They're gonna come out in June. You know, like this is the PS5, and then in July they'll go like, this is what we're working with. July it's coming out. Blah.
Or everyone doesn't have the pressure from E3 now, so they can kind of just pick their own date and just do it on their own terms.
That's
Yeah,
awesome.
I mean, it just seems a little too convenient that Microsoft comes out like, hey, we're going to announce all this shit in July. I'm like, cool. And then you have the Nintendo fanboys freaking the fuck out over there's no direct in June. What are we going to do? Sky is falling. And they're literally like crying into their pillows. It's like, calm down, dumbass.
Who's freaking out?
I haven't heard anyone
The people
like,
I follow, literally, they freak out every time there is no direct.
well, you should probably stop following them.
They count the fucking days of this year was like, this is the longest time we never had a direct. Where's my direct, Nintendo?
Probably stop following those people.
Yeah, exactly. Those people sound toxic and annoying.
They sound desperate as fuck, if you ask me. It's like, come on, I need content. Where is it? And they're like, there's no content. Nintendo, where's the direct? And then a mini one comes out. They're like, oh, thank you. I can talk about Xenoblade.
Game releases.
Yes, Star Wars Episode 1 Pod Racer is coming out on the Switch today.
Did people like that back in the... I'm sure they did.
Probably the best thing to come out of the Phantom Menace.
Okay.
Yeah. I like it.
I'm not saying it was bad, but I just never heard anything at all.
It was fun. I played on the N64 when I was a kid. It was fun back then. I don't know if it's worth going back to 2020 though.
Why are they? How come they haven't released the Rogue Squadron games yet?
How come they did? Those are on. Wait, isn't there one on Steam?
Is there? Hold up, I'm checking it out.
Yeah,
pretty sure.
What about the Factor 5 ones that are really good?
Are you talking about like the ones that like there was one on GameCube that I remember?
Yeah, Rebel Squadron.
Yeah.
Yeah, they recreate like dogfights in the sky, and then I think the last one was Rebel Strike, and Rogue Squadron was the first one, but they should have. Like, why don't they do those ones?
There's Rogue Squadron 3D, which looks like an N64 game.
Yeah, I think that's an N64 one.
There's 3 of them. There's Rebel Strike, Rogue Squadron.
I think those were like Nintendo exclusive. I don't think those are.
They were. I remember having that game when KB had crazy deals on games. You could buy a GameCube and they gave you like a $20 gift card. It's insane. Yeah. They were crazy one time. At one time they went absolutely insane. You could buy one get one like half off kind of shit.
But no, I'm excited for Pod Racer. I'm probably not gonna buy it, but I want to see what it looks like.
I bought a GameCube in summer
on the Switch. Like I said, I haven't played it in so long. I don't know if it's worth like a rebuy in 2020, but we'll see.
Yeah,
depends on the price.
Yeah, it depends on the price. Any new time there's new Star Wars shit. Like,
but also like if they've added any feat, like if it has like online play or some shit like that. Then...
Yeah, but those old games are online. They have to really work that in there. You would think it would be really easy plug and play online, but no.
You'd think, but also it's a fucking Switch, so.
Also, I need a new SD card. I need a 256 SD card for my Switch. I'm running out of storage.
Oh, what else we got? Oh, we got Deep Rock Galactic coming out on PC and Xbox One tomorrow. I think that was in early access for a while, right?
That sounds right.
Yeah. I thought it was already on PC or Steam.
I think it was on Steam, like in early access, but I think it's officially coming out tomorrow.
Yeah,
it's like a mining game. It's like a 4-player co-op mining game where you go down and.
I think it's more than that. It's like a mining game crossed with like Left 4 Dead, right?
Yeah, like each player has a different like loadout and role to play. So, like one guy's like the heavy, one guy is like the scout. One guy's the yeah.
It looks pretty neat. Like the concept looks pretty cool. It's procedurally generated, so that's kind of got me a little fucked up because procedural generation is kind of hit and miss with me. Like Left 4
Yeah.
Dead did it well. The levels were already laid out, but like the enemies you fought with, where items were, that was what was generated, and I felt that was pretty fair. Plus, it didn't just randomly generate it like from the beginning. It kind of made it up as you went along. So if you're doing really well, it gave you less stuff. If you're doing poorly, it gave you more stuff. I wish more games implemented something like that. But
Yeah, Vermintide does that. Vermintide 2 does that.
oh, does it?
Yeah, I think I've heard it does it better than Left 4 Dead. I never played a lot of Left 4 Dead.
I have.
Yeah, they say Vermintide does it better.
Oh, I might check it out then. But no, Deep Rock Galactic looks pretty cool. It's been in early access for fucking ever, and it's cool to see it coming out. I'm personally probably gonna wait, see some gameplay videos on it now that it's fully released. Because I checked out this game like I got the hiccups like a year ago when I first heard about it, and I've seen literally nothing since then. And it looks a lot better from the last time I saw it, but we'll see. It comes out tomorrow, so you can pick it up on Xbox One or PC.
Yeah.
What else we
good.
got? Next, we got Super Mega Baseball 3, which I've never heard of. That's one game I've never heard of.
It's super, it's mega, and it's baseball.
And apparently
It's
it's
like
the third one.
It's like a cartoony baseball game.
Yeah, I'm looking at the trailer now. It looks like, remember those old backyard baseball games?
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
It looks kind of like that, but like not in your backyard. And I'm talking purely like cosmetics. It looks more like an arcade like baseball game.
Yeah. Actually, I think it's more like simmy.
Oh, you're right. I'm looking at more gameplay of it. Like the cartoon graphics kind of threw me off. It made it look arcadey, but no, you're right. It's more simulator.
Yeah. I'm not too sure actually. I think you can actually just play baseball on it, but I think there's a whole like simulation mode where there's like numbers and graphs and shit.
Which I mean, like that's cool. I'm watching some gameplay of it. I'm not a big baseball fan. Like,
Yeah.
I'll watch occasional like home games here in Arizona whenever the Diamondbacks are playing. If the tickets are cheap, I'll go watch a home game. But other than that, I'm not a huge baseball fan. So I mean, if that's your thing, go ahead. Super Mega Baseball 3. If you like the first two, see no reason why you should pick up the third one. One I am excited for though is Ion Fury.
Yes.
Coming out on Switch, PS4, and Xbox One tomorrow, which looks like a blast. Fun game. Fun fact: the game was originally called Ion Maiden, but they had to change it because the band Iron Maiden tried to sue them, which is fucking ridiculous.
Yeah.
Well, those old bands are crazy.
And this is coming from someone who, confession, I am a pretty big Iron Maiden fan. And I was like upset to hear them doing that, especially since an Iron Maiden is a real fucking thing. I don't think you should be able to copyright a fucking thing.
Yeah. Wait, do they don't like come at anyone that's like, oh, whatever. You really can't call anything an Iron Maiden because they're gonna fuck you for it.
And
Like, can they really do that?
And their logic, I think in their court case, they were arguing that even though an Iron Maiden itself is an actual thing that existed way before their band did, using it in an entertainment and for entertainment purposes, like for a video game or for music, can cause confusion when people try to look up the band and they see the game, which is fucking ridiculous to me because the game was never called Iron Maiden. It was called Ion Maiden.
Yeah.
Whatever. And it's a play on the term Iron Maiden, which is based off the torture device, not the fucking band.
Yeah, but they don't know that, and they don't care.
It was like, you guys remember what was that game? Pray to the Gods? It was a oh god damn it, I can't remember that fucking PlayStation game. It was basically a spiritual successor to that. God damn it. PlayStation 2 game, prequel to Last Guardian, sequel to Ico.
Boys in the Hood.
Shut the fuck up. Last Guardian, I think. No,
Shadow of the Colossus.
Colossus. There we go. It's like a reimagining slash like spiritual successor slash fan Shadow of the Colossus style game, and it was originally called Prey, but spelled Praey, which was like a play on the fact that you're hunting down these gods, so you're preying on these gods. But then Bethesda sued them because they were releasing their game Prey, Prey, the same year. And they made them change it to Pray for the Gods, which is fucking ridiculous to me. It's similar to that whole fucking shitstorm.
And it was
part
an
stuff is so,
absolute
like-
shitstorm.
Yeah.
It's fucking ridiculous. But Ion Fury looks good. It's like a throwback. I didn't even talk about the fucking game, and I was going over all the shit. It's like a throwback 90s shooter. So it looks kind of like Doom / Shadow Warrior.
And it's
Yeah.
been out. It's been out for a while on PC. So if you like, it's kind of like Quake, kind of in that vein.
Yeah.
Which is
I think
funny to me.
I think it's built in that engine. The
Yeah. Which is funny to me because Ion Fury is actually a sequel
So
to Bombshell, which is another game 3D Realms made. But this game was a top-down twin-stick shooter and not an FPS, which is fucking bananas to me that they even released this game in the first place because nobody played it. And they finally got their shit together and they're like, oh, let's make an actual FPS. And it looks good. Like I've seen a lot of gameplay of it. It looks like a fun game, and I can't wait to play it.
it is. Also, another thing was they got in trouble with the feminazi people, and they had to apologize and all that stuff instead of just going like, "Can't please these people. Just move on."
Oh, I heard about that. Bombshell got like some hate because
Yeah.
the character was like too sexy or something.
I mean, every
Wow.
game ever. I mean, in Streets of Rage, you can see someone's panties. I mean, you don't see people literally getting on their soapbox going like, "Sexist."
Well, I think the actual the evil guy in the game is like transphobic or something.
Or
Are we
something.
talking about like? Are we talking about Bombshell still, or
Well,
no,
not
Ion Fury.
Not
The
this.
bad guy is like a trans. He's trying to like, yeah. It's something about the main character or the main bad guy in the game is actually like transphobic or something, transhumanist.
I've never heard about this.
Yeah.
That is crazy.
They didn't need to add that.
Oh shit! Yeah, I am seeing this. What the hell? That's ridiculous.
Oh yeah,
I'm seeing a lot of like there's some like Discord chat logs
oh yeah, it's
That's-
horrible.
here that were like transphobic.
And this is why you
And there
should.
were some text messages that were found in the game that were seen as transphobic.
Yeah, and that's why if you play games or anything, you should always be careful what happens.
I mean, the game looks like fun. Controversy aside, lawsuits aside, the game looks like fun. If you like Shadow Warrior, if you like Doom, if you like Blood, these old school like sprite-based first-person shooters, you'll like Ion Fury. I think is the consensus here. I've been wanting to pick it up for a while, so I haven't had the time to play it. I might pick it up on Switch, so I have an excuse to play it on the go. Even though it's not the best way to play it, I think a mouse and keyboard is the best way to play it. I'm probably gonna pick it up on Switch, so I have that portability.
Sure, I'm sure it'll be fine on Switch.
Yeah. But next day, something completely different. We have Hatsune Miku Project Diva Megamix coming out on May 15th, the day after. Which
Boy,
I've
Exciting.
never played the Hatsune Miku games.
These games are terrible.
Are they really? This is coming from the guy who like loves fucking rhythm games.
it's for the people who like Hatsune Miku, and it's for
Yeah.
only them.
Yeah.
It's only for those. It's not for anyone else but those super fans.
If you look at how many of these games there are, there's like 50 of them, like fucking just on everything, and they're
Yeah,
all
there's a
fucking the same terrible thing. Just like
Terrible rhythm game with terrible rhythm mechanics.
yeah.
God, I'm watching the gameplay. It looks like a fucking mess. It's like it's just so unorganized.
It's only for those people who like Hatsune Miku.
Yeah, you can like dress her up and shit. It's fucking dumb.
You can dress her up, and is she talking English now? Is that
I don't
happening?
think so. She never speaks English. That would be taboo if she did.
She did once, and then they were like, she's got to learn English one day, and never did.
I mean, if you're into these kinds of games, I don't think there's anything that we can say to talk you out of it. So, enjoy.
No,
But it's not something. God, I'm like watching this gameplay. It looks like a fucking mess, dude. It looks so hard.
oh, it's
Well, because
super
like
fun.
the symbols like fly in from different parts of the screen, and then you have to like.
They couldn't even cop a Osu, which is a better game, but whatever.
I recently picked up, if we're talking about rhythm games, I picked up the Persona Dancing Collection.
Yeah,
Oh
which
god.
one?
Because it was like $25 or something.
You could have got DJ Max. Could have got DJ Max for that.
But dude, you have to understand, I'm a fucking Persona fanboy. I'm part of the problem. I understand that.
Yeah.
And I got the like endless night collection. So I got Persona 4, 5, and 3. And I think they're solid games, man. I like the dancing aspect of it. I like the music in it. The remixes are good.
The music is great.
As a Persona fan,
Yeah,
I love that.
Really good.
I love that I can see the Persona 3 characters in high definition now.
I just love that that whole thing's just ridiculous. You could dress up Magana in a Sonic costume, and he just goes out there and goes, "Yeah, that's my turn."
Also, fun thing, I played Persona 5 Dancing Starlight, and there's no story mode. It's like a thrown together kind of, hey, everyone's here. Here's a bullshit explanation. Go dance. So it's not like this long, like visual novel like Persona 4 was.
Yeah, what was it? The dude just went like, "I just want to see you guys dance. Fuck it."
Basically, like you show up, everyone wakes up in the Velvet Room. There's some confusion. The twins are like, "Yo, go dance," and that's basically the story. And I love that because my wife was watching me play Persona 4, and she was like pissed because there's so many cutscenes, which is a visual novel. But she was like pissed. She was like, "When the fuck is the dancing gonna come up?"
Dude,
and finally, after like an hour, we got like 5 minutes of dancing, and then another hour of cutscenes.
Oh my God.
Exactly.
Which I don't mind it that much because I love Persona 4, so I just want to see the characters interact. But coming from like my wife, who's has zero ties to Persona, just wants to see the dancing and listen to the music. She was like, "What the fuck is this game?"
I love how a lot of them were like, "Hey, we wanna dance and do this after this." They were like, "We're not gonna remember any of this. We're not gonna remember that we danced all night."
Yeah, I don't know. Those games are fine. It's just for me, like the music's phenomenal as always. The characters are great. It's just, man, it's a terrible. They're terrible rhythm games, dude. They're terrible rhythm games.
Yeah, they all can't be like Rhythm Heaven,
especially for that price.
They're not the peak of like rhythm game Nirvana. I understand that. I only bought it mainly as a Persona fan. The collection was like $25.
Yeah, the fan service is great.
I got 4, 3, and 5, and the DLC with the extra characters.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't mind picking them up. I don't mind picking them up.
I thought about buying that. I already played Persona 5 Dancing in Starlight.
I booted it up, played it a little bit. I'm like, this is cool. And then I went back to playing Persona 5 Royal. Like, they're not bad. They're fun, inoffensive, like dancing games for fans of Persona. And that's what I am. That's what I'm here for.
And if you're a fan of Hatsune Miku, Friday, you can get that on your Switch. But
side note, one thing I know that's all for game announcements. Something I wanted to talk about, I just couldn't find a time to bring it up. I just learned about this game today, and it was announced yesterday. Have you guys heard of Cassette Beasts yet?
No, Cassette Beast?
Yes, Cassette Beasts. So imagine an RPG with Persona Pokemon elements crossed with that one season of Digimon where the characters became their Digimon.
That sounds
Okay.
good. At least, well, the Digimon talked English
Crazy.
anyway.
It looks fucking crazy. It has the like a social link system that makes your character stronger, like Persona does. You can like find these creatures, but the gimmick is like you turn into them. You don't just like summon them. And your party members do the same thing. And depending on your interaction with them, you can fuse your monsters together. And depending on how well you guys get along, it makes a stronger monster. Like it looks really interesting. It just got announced like yesterday is when the trailer went up. I'll put it in the group chat right now.
Speaking
It looks really cool. I'm into it.
Speaking of games that are cheap,
I need this game in my life.
speaking of games that are cheap, I picked up the Final Fantasy X1, X2 remake on PS4 for $12.
Oh, you told me about that. Yeah.
Did
Yeah,
you just
I
mention
picked.
that last week?
Yeah.
Well, I have amnesia. Done.
Oh. Yeah. And you said X2 is way better than X.
Yeah. Well, I'm tempted to play it like that first one again, but I'm like, I don't want to get into a 100-hour RPG.
It's not even 100 hours. X2 is like maybe 20, 30. Maybe.
Yeah, well, not X2. I want to get into X1.
X1, I mean, it's like 20,
Finally,
30. It's not long.
I want to finally beat that game, but I had such a time the first time through with that whole leveling system and the whole you have to put this here and that here, that whole
This system's not that bad. Like the game does most of the work.
yeah,
for
but
you.
what it was one of those things. It's like when you get used to an RPG. Like now, I'm smarter in RPG. I'm now a connoisseur of these stupid things, so I think I can have a better time now.
I think they're fun games. I don't think they're that bad. And if you can get them cheap, I think X1 and X2 is a pretty good bundle to get. You can get them cheap.
Right. I'm just saying, it's just one of those things. It's like, okay.
Check out Cassette Beasts. It's being developed by Byton Studios, who I don't know anything else they've done. I looked up through their catalog and I don't recognize any of those games.
All right. We do
But
have
it's fucking cool. Like I'm into it. I'm into it.
Looks like Pokemon. Yeah.
Right? But it's got this cool element where like you can develop your relationships with your party members, and that makes like the monsters you fuse together stronger. Like Persona with their social links. I think that's cool as hell.
Weird. Yeah.
Plus, it had that scene in the clip where like characters like jumped off a cliff and they were like gliding around. So it got me thinking like, oh, is it like Paper Mario? Where you can use your skills outside of combat to traverse the environment. Like there's a lot I don't know about it, but it looks cool. Like I'm into it.
sounds cool.
Yep, it looks cool as hell.
All right, we have one last piece of gaming news we didn't get to.
All right, let's hear it.
PlayStation. You know how Xbox has their Xbox Game Studios?
Mm-hmm.
Well, Sony's doing that. They're calling theirs PlayStation Studios. So congrats.
Yeah.
on that.
Yeah,
was
I
there
did
any
see that.
more? Was there any more information on that? I was gonna put that in here, but it didn't really seem.
It was
It
just like a trailer with like characters from their IP showing up in it.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of Xbox Game Studios either. I mean, for a while,
I mean, what does Xbox Game Studios have? Like Crackdown, Halo, and Gears of War?
have others.
Well, they
have that-
acquired a lot more. Remember,
Oh,
like
have
the
they?
last E3, they acquired
Yeah, they staffed up.
yeah, they acquired a lot of big motherfuckers.
Double Fine is
Double
part
Fine,
of the
Oh,
Yeah.
that's cool.
the We Happy Few guys, Compulsion.
Oh, them
I
too.
remember they got Platinum to make that Dragon
Yeah.
game, but that got
That never
canceled.
happened.
I'm so sad when that got canceled.
Yeah,
That wasn't
they
Xbox
acquired the
Game
Hellblade guys. Yeah,
Yeah, I heard about that. Okay, so yeah, you're right. They got some
Yeah.
cool shit.
yeah.
Yeah, it just seems so weird that Sony would go down the PlayStation Studio thing.
I think it
Art.
was a matter of time, man. Like most people buy PlayStation for the exclusive, so it was a matter of time for them to put it under one umbrella.
Yeah, well, they're branching off into PC land and all that stuff. I mean, soon enough, Nintendo's going to branch out in PC land. I'm sure of it.
Doubt it.
I mean, they're already hitting that mobile market.
They'll
That's where
make
the money is.
Yeah. Well, what's cool is that Nintendo's not like releasing like big games on mobile. It's like,
They
spin-off
are.
games.
Like, I mean, they're not putting out like games. They're putting out shit that people would eat up on mobile, like shit that they can monetize and not put a lot of work
like
into.
their Mario Kart mobile game. It's like it's not Mario Kart 8. You know, it's
Yeah,
not going to replace Kart 8.
It's not good at all.
but no one cares though. They're still gonna just
That's
be
free.
like the people who are playing, the people who are grabbing that game don't care that it's not Mark. Like there are people who are talking to me about it that don't fucking play video games, or like, oh, you're gonna add me on Mario
No.
Kart, and I'm like, no,
No.
like,
No.
like, fuck that.
I mean, we'll see what happens with the rest of the development. I think it'd be cool if Nintendo put like some games on PC, but we'll see. They probably never will, but you never know.
They should, but never. I don't think so.
They definitely should. I did hear though, one thing I think is crazy with Nintendo is they're releasing a lot of like Japanese games uncensored on the Switch. Like there's the God, what was it? The Senran and Kagura games, I think.
Yeah,
Are all
those-
censored on Switch.
and
Which
they're
is-
centered on Sony, which is
Which is
insane.
fucking crazy to me. That is crazy to me.
It's like someone at Nintendo were like, we don't care anymore.
Well, now
Yeah,
they've got like asset flips on there. Not like they're becoming the new Steam. Is pretty much like
Yes, which devastated me to hear that. I mean, the Nintendo eShop was never like. It's always been like you got to wade through some shit to get.
I guess it's a double-edged sword to see that yes, it's really easy to publish things on the Switch, but also it's just the amount of shovelware is just, it's like anytime a Nintendo console or anything, the amount of shovelware is just insane.
Not just that, but like it's not like it doesn't happen on Sony. I mean, remember Life of Black Tiger? Not only did that end up on the Sony PlayStation Store, they also promoted it in their fucking like play presentation, like what 2017, 2018.
Good man.
Yeah, yeah. Like it happens everywhere. That's why I'm not like upset that it happened with Nintendo. At least Nintendo didn't present it like a Nintendo Direct or something.
They're supposed to be the last saviors, though.
Yeah, but they're not there. They killed it.
I mean, there's still good games on there. We still have some good games coming down the pipeline. What did they announce? Their last Direct. Skatebird looks fucking awesome. But now that we have
looks hilarious.
We have a Tony Hawk remake coming out, I might not pick up Skatebird, but we'll see. Almost that other one, that Game Mash that they announced too, looks really cool. Like that roguelike that like mixes game genres.
That's coming out real soon.
That's out on that's out in Epic.
Is it?
Oh, it is?
I think. Or if there's a very similar game to that, it's like you mix two genres. So you take roguelike and visual novel and you can mash them together and it builds a level. I mean, it sounds right. I don't remember what the title was, but it sounds like the same game.
I think it's
like you unlock
Super
genres.
Mash.
Super Mash?
Yeah, Super Mash.
Yeah, that's out on Epic right now.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Oh shit, it is. What the hell? I thought it was supposed to be coming to the Switch. Like, did they announce that at their Nintendo Direct?
They did.
Well, I mean, I guess they're just announcing it's coming to Switch then.
You're not wrong. They did. At their indie event, they were like, Super Mash is coming in May. And we're like, okay.
But yeah, from what I heard about that game, it's not. I don't want to dissuade you from it. I heard it's not great. I haven't tried it myself. I want to, but word on the street is it's not as epic as you would want it to be. But
that's a bummer.
Yeah. But any news and thought topics this week or?
Yes. There's always something. Hey man. If you ask, I will deliver. I'm sorry. Amaranth got banned for a day. Amaranth got banned for a day. I don't know for what. All I just know is it was 23 hours and 52 minutes.
Wow.
Yeah. So not even a day, few hours, Amaranth's back. If you miss your head.
Didn't a titty pop out on stream, or am I making that up?
I mean, trust me, if her titty popped out, we would all know it.
That was Alinity.
Yeah, that was Alinity.
You're right.
Alinity's boob popped out, and boy, was that easy to find.
I don't follow this. Like, the only thing I know about this
boy, was that I can't find Velveteen Dream's dick, but I can find Alinity's boob slipping easy. Easy. It was like I didn't even have to
say it. I can find it easy.
Like it came to me, it was like, hey, I got what you need. I know you didn't ask for this, but here is Alinity's boobs. And we're like, why, thank you, Twitter. Why, thank you, Twitter. I didn't ask for this, but thank you for providing. I mean, yeah. So the other one is some girl wanted 500 subs. She was like this MTV star, and I'm like, I'm not gonna stream every day unless you give me 500 subs. Give me a reason to. I'm like, great. I hate those. I really do. I hate the demand of, like, you're not that important, lady. None of us are.
Yeah.
Why do we have to give you 500 subs to stream? Either you do or you don't. So there's your two thought topics, and another one that's not even a thought topic is some of people on OnlyFans that those thoughts their money's starting to dry up a little bit and they're starting to cry.
Any big names we should keep an eye open for?
Not really. They're not really big names. It's just they're just crying to journalists, going like, "I have no talent. I have nothing to do."
Okay.
And the men are not paying me. I'm like, they don't have jobs. That's your thought topic of the.
There we go. Off topic, thought topic.
Okay, thought topics. Always important to topics.
We need a theme song for a thought topic.
Yeah.
When you're whining for a deal and you can't make a sub, who you gonna pick? Thought topics.
Oh my god.
That's Ghostbusters, man. Not.
you can buy like the Hot Pocket theme song jingle with like Ghostbusters like theme.
When there's something funny in the neighborhood, who do you gonna call? Thought topics.
Thought topics.
I have no thoughts.
Oh my god.
Every week I try to find a title for the thing, and I think we just got it right there.
Thought topics, yeah.
I no thoughts. There you go.
Twitch.tv/Gameoverse.
Yes.
YouTube.
This episode was brought to you by Raid Shadow Legends.
I hope not. If Raid came to me and actually says, "Hi, we want to sponsor you," I'm like, shove it up your ass. You're a hoe.
You might do that, but if the money's right.
Hey, I will fucking plug Raid all day if the money's right.
I would do it the most.
Go from making zero money to like a lot of money.
It's on PC.
If we go from making zero money to a lot of money, maybe.
Hey! I'm just saying, our door is open for anyone. We want to sell some wallets. I got you back. I need a new wallet. You need your chair.
Enter our sponsor code. Thought topics.
Audible. My door is open.
Send us free shit. That'd be cool too.
Squarespace, you got my number.
Bethesda, I want an exclusive Gameoverse skin for the Doomslayer now.
Yes.
Do it.
Yes.
I will cover the next Shadow of War game.
Yes. Give me all your mobile shit. I have an iPhone.
You can do the Jeff Keighley thing and cover Halo Infinite while you're literally surrounded by bags of like Doritos chips, bottles of Mountain Dew.
That was hilarious.
Oh my god, dude! When that happened, we can talk about that really quick. He just sounds so dead. Just doing his review. I say in quotes. At the same time, you can take advantage of this double XP weekend and send in your Dorito chip bags and get double XP when you play Halo 4. Like, dude, what the fuck? Like,
that was a contract that he's like, why am I doing this? Oh,
like
that's
it looked like a parody skit of like if someone like made like a parody of like a game journalist reviewing a game. That's what it looked like. But
he didn't care.
That was a real thing. It happened.
He didn't care.
Oh my god. Oh god, fun times.
Indeed. All right, I gotta get out of here. I gotta go do some stuff.
I gotta go too. This was fun. I had fun. Thank you guys. It's been a pleasure.
No, I'm leaving right now. Bye, everyone.
Bye-bye.